E aí, pessoal, estamos começando mais um Steel Podcast. Hoje, numa ocasião muito especial, estou com um amigo, um convidado internacional, Mr. Günther Staudinger. Bom, então vamos começar a nossa conversa aqui com o nosso convidado ilustre. Vou pedir para vocês a paciência, que vamos ter que bater um papo com ele em inglês, porque ele não fala português, mas vai estar aqui embaixo a tradução subtítulo para vocês, tá bom? Então vamos começar. Mr. Günther,
Sure.
it's a pleasure to receive you here. It's a pleasure to talk with you here because he's a special guest who you are a number one around the world of the converter, LD, BOF. And then for us, it's a big pleasure to receive you here, my friend. Thank you so much. Welcome to Brazil. Welcome to Belo Horizonte. And for us, it's a big pleasure.
Thank you very much, Joe, my friend,
Yeah.
for this opportunity. And I'm open to discuss with you about steel making.
Yes, of course.
What happened so far?
It's a big responsibility because I'm talking with the number one in the world of the converter. When you're talking about converter, BOF, my friends, this is the number. And then it's a big responsibility to talk with him. But no, let's start with the beginning.
Yes, please.
So please introduce yourself.
Yeah,
Who is Gunther? When you start talking about your life, your career, about your professional experience. So who is Gunther?
yeah. My name is Günther Staudinger. I'm from Austria, born in Austria, live in Austria. I'm now almost 63 years old. I have a family. I'm married since more than 30 years. I have three children.
Three children.
Three children, two sons. The older one is 33, then
Mhm.
31, and my daughter is 29. So
So-
nice family.
Just one detail, guys. You are from Austria.
Correct.
Yes. And I don't know if everyone know, but Austria is the birthplace of the converter. Converter LD is L is the name of Leeds,
Yes.
and D is
Donovan.
Donovich.
Yeah.
This guy was born in Austria. Of course, he was born in the country that was born the converter. And the first guy is the number one. So please continue.
Yeah, steel making, we talk about specialty is the converter steel making by oxygen. So this process was, let's say, made it conventional and professional in Linz together with Donawitz, in cooperation. And how was it done? They started with blowing pure oxygen on the liquid, on the iron, or let's say hot metal coming from the blast furnace and
Yeah.
converted to pure steel. And what was the opportunity? It was very fast. The oxygen is reacting extremely fast, and the process was, let's say, very effective in this period.
But let's talk about a little bit about story of the converter, and then after that we talk
Yeah,
about
the-
yours.
yeah,
Random start.
The converter exists, let's say, more than 100 years. And this LD process was developed in the 50s. So after World War
So
II,
before LD converter,
there was Thomas process or Bessemer process, but always with a kind of hot converter. But in Linz with Donawitz, they tried to blow pure oxygen, and this was the, let's say, the start of this tremendous nice process. It was also patented by first Alpine and this, let's say, guys, and then it, explored the world and is still the most effective way to produce steel.
Nice. And but let's talk about your career.
Mm.
When you start, well, for example, you told me that when you start, you entered in a technical college.
Yeah, I started with a kind of technical college. It took 5 years and ended up with we call it A level.
Mm-hmm.
This is an examination, and then you are allowed to start in a university.
Yes.
I did not do this. I started to work in a small company.
Company.
They are producing kind of machines.
Mm-hmm.
And after 1 year, let's say, I found this not so satisfactory for me, and also all my friends, they started studying, and then I also decided to quit the job and started studying in Vienna, in the Technical University Vienna, with mechanical engineering, with a
Yeah.
classical mechanical engineering study. It took me 6 years
Yeah.
in Vienna. Yes,
Okay. This university you did you graduated the
to a master degree.
master degree.
Yeah,
With mechanical engineering.
mechanical engineering. Yes, yes.
And then
Then I already was focused on numerical simulation with finite element programs, so computer programs to simulate some specific problems for my thesis.
mhm.
But I found this very interesting for me as a person, and then I decided to continue in university. So I found a nice department institute who gave me the opportunity to continue there, uh, to be a kind of, yeah, well, let's say, assistant professor,
Mhm.
to develop further some problems.
But you work in this one in a laboratory or
No, it's not a lab. It's a research department, yeah, under a professor,
Uh-huh.
and it was specialized for machine dynamics and rotor dynamics. And I continued, let's say, with this numerical simulation,
Dynamics.
rotor dynamic,
Like-
yeah, high speed.
Like a converter.
No, like a disc grinder, really high speed rotors, or a
Yes.
turbine
Yes.
from a airplane or something. So
Yes.
this dynamic is a very special dynamic, and there I did my master thesis. I got then a PhD after 4 years. So I did this research on rotor dynamics.
Mhm.
So completely something different what I do now, but this was my start, and I like.
When you started,
And then yeah, I
we never think about the converter. When
never, no. You are not born as a steel maker.
Yes.
But in 88, I finished my master degree, and in 93, I finished a PhD.
PhD, doctor.
Doctor, yeah. And then I wanted to continue with this numerical simulation tool and to work with that.
Mhm.
And then I was searching in Austria which company is doing this on a, let's say, interesting high level. And I found First Alpine Industrieanlagenbau, shortening is VAI in Linz.
Mhm.
In Linz.
In Linz.
Yeah, they did this, they used this tool to simulate a lot of mechanics and processes for the steel making industry, iron and steel making industry.
Uh-huh. In this period, was only five VAI.
Yes, VAI. No, it was VAI.
Yeah, first Alpine.
Yeah, First Alpine Industrieanlagenbau.
Mhm.
And they supplied, let's say, complete plants from iron making to the final product after the rolling mill. So blast furnace, converter, continuous casting,
Uh-huh.
hot rolling, cold
All the
rolling,
process.
all the
Processing
processes.
process.
Yeah, is you can buy from VI.
Uh-huh.
Then I tried to find a job there. My first contact was a friend of mine in the rolling department. Unfortunately, did not have a job for me. Then I went to another guy I know in the casting department, continuous casting. Unfortunately, there was also nothing for me at this time. Yeah, but he gave me a tip, and
It's about
continuous casting.
no, we don't. When this one? In which year?
Yeah, after my PhD, 1993.
92.
Yes. And then they gave me the, let's say, the advice, talk with HR
Mm-hmm.
of this big company. Maybe they have something. And then, I talked with them, and we need somebody like you, but not for rolling, not for casting, for steel making.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, yeah, steel making, this is was not my first idea how to do it. But what is there so interesting to do some numerical simulations?
Mm-hmm.
But finally, the head of this department convinced me to join VEI for steelmaking. And then I started there to do these simulations as much as possible. And luckily, they developed a new suspension system. So the converter there must be
Yes.
something that is not falling down.
I will put uh, this system, this
Suspension.
suspension
Yeah.
system. I put the suspension system here for the people to understand
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
But at this time, they just developed a new one. They had just some ideas and a patent how it should work. But now they
I
start.
need a patent.
No. It was already existing.
No.
Was already existing.
Already exists.
But I was coming to do the engineering, the simulation. What I like, the numerical simulation, the calculation of the stresses, the deformation, the impacts, all with the software. And this was a perfect start for me to do what I liked and what I'm educated and what I learned and what I wanted to do, this numerical simulation.
Yes.
And this development took around 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started also to offer this on the market as a new product. And about 1995, I think we got the first order in South Africa in a converter steel plant to change one converter with the new suspension. And the management from this department said, yeah, you have developed this, you bring it in operation.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was on site, I followed the installation, the manufacturing. I had no idea how to manufacture, but there was a very experienced guy there.
Mm-hmm.
He was already, I think, 60 years old, a lot of experience.
This is in
South Africa. South Africa. And then we did
Newcastle.
Yeah. Iscore Newcastle at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's ArcelorMittal.
Yeah.
And we brought this converter with the new suspension in operation, and it worked from day one on perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we opened the door for other customers to convince them that this is a very good suspension system. And we had already one reference in South Africa, and then it grow around the world. And so this was already very nice for me to be in this team, and it became more and more that I have to follow these projects to bring these converters in operation. So I came always more away from the numerical simulation. What was my, let's say, first idea to do this, and I did it. But I also found now interesting that to go to sites, to be there, to travel to other steel plants and to install it.
So you work
more
in development and the simulated and everything. You develop all the system.
Yeah, the complete system, and not only developed, we also brought it in operation. And this
It is improved the different
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And so I came more and more to this project execution.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had another guy who took over this numerical simulation because I was now busy with other parts, and I was also happy uh, to learn now something new and to be abroad to learn, by the way, also new cultures and new opportunities. And after some years, I think in 2001, I got the opportunity to be even the chief of this engineering department in steelmaking.
Very nice.
So then I was
2001.
in 2001, yeah. So then I was responsible for all products
Mm-hmm.
of this department. So not
Because
sorry,
you become head
chief of the engineering department.
yes.
So I was the manager.
Mm-hmm.
And but there was not only converter, we were also designing and manufacturing the ladles, the transfer cars, the oxygen lamps, all this stuff. What is in the steel making primary steel making process in the plant?
Yes.
Yeah. So this was also part of my responsibility.
But in 2001, 2001, the this is only Y or
No, still Y. No, still Y. Then it became VA Tech, but this is still, let's say, first Alpine kind of. And then it was
when they changed for
the Siemens Y. This is a good question.
you were you was there
I was there. Yeah. I think it was 2003 or something.
2003
Three, five,
because I remember when it changed
yeah,
because here in Belarus Georgia had one office
yeah,
from five
yeah,
yeah
Big
and
office,
yes,
relative big.
here
Yeah,
in Savasi I think
yeah,
I don't remember
close. Yeah,
and then they changed for I
the Siemens
remember
Y.
when but this is
Yeah, and then on Siemens Y.
yeah
Siemens, let's say, is a little bit, different to VI because VI is a classically project-oriented company
mm-hmm.
because every converter, casting machine, or converter plant is a project. But Siemens is product-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
To sell a washing machine, sell a converter was always a product. And this makes it a little bit different to adopt us to this new system. And some people left already with the change from VI to Siemens VI. I still stayed and was responsible for this engineering, and I liked also to do the job. And but Siemens, let's say, made me not so happy anymore to do what I have done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I the job was okay, but the surroundings and the management was a little bit different. And in 2012, I got a phone call from Daniele.
Yeah, in 2012.
2012, yeah.
You started Daniel course.
No,
No?
no,
Daniele.
no. Daniele called me because they opened a new office in Linz.
Ah.
They opened a new office in Linz because Daniele was well known for steel making, but electric arc furnace steel making.
Electric furnace.
Convert is a completely different route to produce steel. Electric arc furnace uses scrap melted by electric energy, go to the casting machine, have the probe. Yeah. The converter technology is the integrated plant, so you start from iron ore. So from the really crude material, transform it in the blast furnace to hot metal. Yes. And then go to converter to convert it from hot metal to steel. Steel. What is the difference? Hot metal has a lot of carbon inside, so about 4 or 5%. Yes. And steel has only about 0.5 or very low carbon, and the converter burns the carbon by pure oxygen.
Mm.
What was invented
Pure
in Linz Donowitz LDE, they used pure oxygen. They blow pure oxygen onto the
Not
liquid
the bottom.
on the top,
On
yeah,
top.
and this process takes only 20 minutes,
Mhm.
and then the complete hot metal is converted to crude steel. And then it's further
Very
processed and continuous casting or casted and so on.
Okay, I understand. So, and then, as you told me, we had one office in Linz,
Yeah,
Daniele,
yeah.
by Italy.
Yeah, by Italy, Daniele was, as said, well known in the steelmaking mm, worldwide, but on the electric arc, and they wanted to also provide products for the integrated plants.
Yes.
Then they opened this office to start this, and then, of course, they needed experts who have experience on this new field for Daniele.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, as I got then a phone call, are you interested to join this new adventure?
New.
Daniele wants to enter this steel making approach, and you are. I was a little bit, seems to be already somebody know me.
Mhm.
And the headhunting guy, he called me and they said, "Oh my God." And then I was thinking about this opportunity and this challenging approach, and it took me, to be honest, 4 months to come to the decision because I had a family,
Yes.
3 kids studying,
And
and I have to provide them
family and the
responsibility.
yeah,
I have,
you do have a big responsibility
yeah,
and a big decision because
yeah.
you work all of your career in one company. For change, that's
Yeah,
very
this
difficult.
this was difficult, but basically my family in the background. So I had I had the opportunity, but also the responsibility. If I would have been alone without family, it was easy. No? This opportunity, I take it. But then it took me 4 months, and finally I decided I have to take this chance in once in a lifetime. You have this.
Yes, of course.
I was 50 years old and I said, yeah, this, if I don't do it now, I think I missed a chance in my life.
Mm.
So I joined Daniele, and in the very beginning, let's say they got already the order
Mhm.
when I was still in Siemens Y, and they really needed somebody who brings the converter, let's say, really in operation. And we did it.
In this moment, sorry to cut you, interrupt you. In this moment, Daniele don't have any converter in
No, zero. They start a new
you
product
started and they
that
invite you for redeveloping this.
Daniele took the decision. We want to enter this market without know-how, with nothing, but we want to have part of the cake.
Mhm.
And then they opened this office, and then they were looking for experts who can do it.
Mhm.
And then they asked me, and finally I decided to join. And we had, when I joined, already an order of a converter,
Yes.
and this was already one of the biggest in the world. With
The first one.
the first one, yeah,
The first
350
how many
tons, 350 tons liquid steel.
50. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we did not start with a small, tiny one. We
The big
started
one.
as one of the biggest
Yeah.
in Poland, in
In Poland.
Europe, yeah, in Katowice.
Katowice.
Katowice, yeah, we had
So
to execute.
your first challenger
Was already
is
the
the big
biggest.
one,
Yeah,
the biggest.
yeah. And yeah, I built up
Very interesting.
this team. I made all the documents. I had to prepare manuals to give them instruction how to do the engineering. Yeah? First of all, to prepare the drawing, then how to build this machine.
And new design.
Yeah, new design.
Yes, of course.
Also with a new suspension system. Yeah.
Suspension system.
Yeah. There also I invented a new one for this, for us, for the company. We made also a patent now for this special suspension system. By the way, I found this name very nice because it's based on lamella elements,
Lamella
and we are the name of the company is Danieli. So I joined the two names, and then we become Daniela Element. It's still the same name, and
showed people for one model of converter.
Okay,
Yeah, with turbine value
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we can
have an option in 3D. It's by Daniel,
yeah.
of course. And please.
And we built this converter also in Danieli. We had a workshop in Thailand for a pressure vessel, and we started the first converter also building there in Thailand. So I was also responsible that it is made correctly, manufactured correctly, transported to Poland, and installed correctly, and bring in operation.
In this occasion was in 2013, 14?
14. 2014, we had the first converter in operation, ArcelorMittal, Katowice. And then after that, we got the next opportunity in Brazil, in Aparam.
Apparel.
Yeah, Aparam Timóteo. We got the opportunity.
This is stainless steel.
It's a stainless steel plant, yeah.
Steel plant.
But they have two converters, the AOD converter for really stainless steel and the MRPL converter for this special steel for electric motors and so. So it's
What's the name for the converter for stainless steel?
the process is AOD,
AOD, yes.
argon oxygen decarburization.
Yes,
They have an AOD converter, but also a MRPL. This is a little bit special process. But the converter itself is a steel structure, welded. And we did then the next one. This is for Aparam. Aparam is a daughter of ArcelorMittal. So it was also.
It's in 2015.
It was about 2015.
Yes.
15, but
ArcelorMittal.
in this, let's say, steel making is very conservative customer. So you have two problems to solve. The first converter, or whatever you bring in operation, has to work well.
Okay.
And then also the second one.
Which one?
Yeah, Aparam. So if the first one fails, you will never have a second one.
Okay.
So you have two issues to solve. You have to bring one in operation, but also then the second one. And then the world sees, this system is working. Otherwise, you will never have a second one. And even in the family of ArcelorMittal. So if the first fails, Aparam would never give us the order. And then there came the next. And there was also ArcelorMittal plants. One in Krakow, one in Galați in Romania. So Krakow is also Poland, in Romania, and then Krebery in Ukraine. So then we were on the market, we were on the same level as our competitors for this special product converter. Yeah, and then we continued when we.
Do you know how many converters only Danieli goes?
In Danieli we have now 18.
18.
Danieli and Danieli Chorus, yeah.
Yeah, Danieli and Danieli.
Yeah.
But when you started Danieli course?
This was 4 years ago, 4.5 years, 2019. So before COVID.
Yes.
And then Danieli decided we are too small in Linz, and let's integrate Danieli Linz steel making into Danieli Chorus.
I understand.
Because Danieli Chorus was always working in the integrated converter plants, not for the converter, but for subplants, for the blast furnace, So they were well known in this steel world of integrated plants.
Yes.
And there the converter was fitting perfectly in this kind of customer. There are different customers for integrated plants than for electric arc furnace plants.
Yes.
Both customer make steel, but with different processes.
And here in Brazil, you have three.
Yeah,
That's three.
we changed Aparam and we changed Usiminas number 4 and 5. And now actually we are changing Gerdau.
In Gerdau.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the
We
last
we have opportunity to work together in Usiminas.
Usiminas.
Couple
2 years ago, yeah.
3 years
Yeah.
ago.
We started.
Yeah, we start with yes, number 5.
Number 5.
Number
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, now we have 18 brought in operation,
Mhm.
and now let's say 12 years I'm in Danieli Chorus, so a little bit more than one converter per year. And yeah, this was really an opportunity. I
So
took it and
yes,
we made it. We
yes.
did it.
So we have how long? You have your experience with converter. You started in
93.
90.
Yeah,
Yes,
started in
it's
this.
too much.
Too much?
Yeah, too much. But for me, it's very important this interview because I told you we have a lot of concern
Mm,
about the
mm,
new generation.
mhm,
We are concerned about the young people that's not come to our segment.
mm.
Still,
Still.
still, we were discussing with ADM, and then we discovered that we have on search that every year, every
Mm.
the young that enters in university,
Mhm.
it's a little bit low
Mhm.
every year. Then it's a little bit concerned because we're talking about today, we have one problem. But imagine in 10 years,
Mm.
for example, one guy like you
Mm.
that have a lot of experience in converter, who will uh, replace you?
Yeah, yeah.
It's our
Yeah.
concern
Yeah.
because there is no in young people and there is no this new generation don't want to enter in our sector. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. The steel world is a special world. It's say to produce steel is not everybody's favor, but
Yeah.
I was also not born as a steel maker. I started with computer simulation and then I ended up in this field. But it is really very interesting. You because there are only a few suppliers
Mhm.
to serve the world. So we sell the converter worldwide.
Yeah.
This is also an opportunity you don't have in a lot of companies. Yeah. If you are a car builder, you sit, I don't know, in a research center in Germany, and you will never see a customer so we are really customer orientated. We have to talk to the customer. We have to develop the product with the customer, and this is makes it very interesting to work in such a field
Mhm.
that the company supplies products over the world, and you even have the opportunity to meet the customer, so you can travel around the world. You have opportunity.
Yes.
You have to be flexible, which is was for me very nice. You have to speak English. This is a worldwide, let's say,
Yes.
language. You learn different cultures, which is also, I think, also for my personal development
Yes.
to learn how the Chinese society is a little bit thinking, or to have a better understanding, or Indian or Brazilian or US or South Africa.
Mhm.
You this is a very
for learning.
Yeah.
Yes.
You develop
You have
yourself.
friend and you have
Not only the, let's say, the technique, you learn also for yourself.
yes, of course.
You understand
You
better.
improve yourself.
Of course, yeah, and this is some opportunity I would never miss
Yeah.
in my life, that to get in such an industry.
Mr. Gunther, I have another question for you. Tell me, you are okay, you are professional engineer, you are mechanical engineer,
Mm.
master degrees, PhD, doctor in number simulating, but you are writer.
Yeah,
You wrote some
I wrote
converted book
yeah,
that is like you show me some
yeah,
page. It's like an encyclopedia. There's
fine.
the information about
Yeah,
the different kind of
this is a, let's say,
kilowatt.
a side product of this step into Danieli course, because I was alone. I had to build up the know-how in this group. There was nobody who knows how to build a converter. So,
Mhm.
and how to transport information. You can talk to them, but then it's not enough. I started to write specifications.
But my friend, when I saw, I stayed very, very excited because
Yeah,
surprised because
I
this.
know. But this was a development to bring my know-how also to my people.
Mhm.
And then I started to write also this kind of design rules uh, for our team, to give them the information. And then it was growing. Since 2012, these memories
Mhm.
were growing, and now it became even a kind of book.
Yes. How many pages? 300,
No, it's not. It's about 200.
200.
But
The
a lot of pictures.
yes,
You remember?
no, I stay very impressed because
Yeah,
there are a lot of pictures, step by step. This is for children.
yeah,
It's very easy to understand
yeah.
because there's very good book, very good.
But this was, and I think now we come back to what is done here. I have the same idea
Mhm.
in Austria, because also there we were searching for engineers to get in this field, and then I started
The same problem.
the same problem. Then I
Situation.
started
Innovation.
to make a lecture in the University of Leoben in Austria. So this is our metallurgical
Mhm.
university, and since 2020, no, it was even before COVID, 2018, I think, I started with a lecture in this university to explain and to, this is a block lecture, takes 2.5 days with some students, and I gave them this introduction, what is in the book, and introduce this design of a converter,
Mhm.
to show them how it is done, because there in the university they learn more all the details of the metallurgical process of the steel making.
Mhm.
But how the converter is built up, they don't teach. And this opportunity I have now. And it gives also the opportunity to ask that maybe some students
Mhm.
have interest in the design of such a thing, but also maybe can join Danieli later for a job.
But are you a professional in your university or not?
No, this is just
Just
uh, I'm not professor, and this is free of charge. It
okay.
is just a win-win for both.
Mhm.
They have me presenting the converter technology, and we have the maybe the win to gain a student
I saw your speech in last ABM,
ABM. Mm.
and you did a very good presentation with BOF convert, and it's very
Yeah.
impressed with you. So My friend, I have the last question for you. If you give for a new generation, a new young people that's come to interest in the steel plant, in the steel production, what's your recommendation for them?
Let's go a little bit a step ahead. I have also children, and also they were in the age,
Mhm.
and we were very, let's say, mm, we did not push them, but it was really, for me, a very important step that they learn. They
Yeah.
learn, they study. It's not always studying, but to
Read,
learn,
learn.
to learn, to be
Yeah.
hungry, to get opportunities to grow up and be hungry for information.
Mhm.
And studying is, of course, a highest level to get something, but also the study is one part is to get knowledge, to learn
Mhm.
details, but also to learn other opportunities, social effects. You have other friends there, you see some other areas out from your home place and to develop yourself. So
Yes.
this is important. That in the steel making, it is nothing different. You have to be hungry for information,
Need to
to study and to learn.
be open to learn
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. And
To become the best.
then it will come to something that you find your interest. University, even if it's a technical university, you have a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
What machine you want to design. It's a gas turbine or a car or a steel making. You have all the opportunities or something else or just a process or plastic or whatever or a high speed ship or a plane.
Mhm.
And then you will find your field where you feel comfortable and where you want to learn more and maybe become an expert or somebody that gets an opportunity to develop. And this chance I had, fortunately, but it come not by from outside. You have to drive it. You have to learn and be hungry to come there. Like in a sport,
To learn all.
you have to be hungry and you have to work.
Yes.
Then it will come, but it will not come without any that you show you are the guy.
Yes. It's not because we need want the best, but at least we need to try.
Yeah, you have, of course, you have to give yourself some.
Yes. To become the best, but you need
Yeah,
to be the best.
yeah,
You
but
need to feel the best. You
yeah,
need to perceive
but also
in everything.
for me, you said I'm the expert, but you never reach the level where you want to be. There's always something. Yeah, this.
But the problem of the new generation is because the people want to become expert tomorrow without leave the process,
Yeah,
without training, without learn, without read.
it takes time.
Not
It takes time, and
for this, all this generation go to the internet, go to the app because it's easy to.
yeah, but to become this
Because
expert,
because if you become expert, you need to spend a lot of time.
yeah, you need some time. But also,
Yes.
if you become an expert on the computer business, it needs also some time. And also they work hard. Steve Jobs,
I fully
they work hard.
fully-
Yeah,
everything that you want,
yeah,
you need to spend a
time.
lot of
Yeah,
time. Experience
yeah,
it's the same of time. It's not possible you have experience without time
yeah,
to work.
yeah.
It's impossible. I start today and 1 year I have experience. How?
And this is, I'm coming back to this experience. This is opportunity of steelmaking. You can never have too much experience.
Yeah.
And now I'm 63 years old, and there are still opportunities for me. And in this short life technique, maybe you are already old with 25 years.
Yes.
You are too old for this opportunity. But in this area of steelmaking, you never can be too old. There is always something you can work for.
Another interesting thing is as much you learn, as much you study, more you understand that you don't know. I feel this because when you study, you understand that you need to understand more. But when the people, for example, I saw just one example for you. I saw some people that have 3 years with refractor, for example, my segment, 3 years to work with refractor. And then these people present for me, hey, I'm a specialist. Oh, really? 3 years, you are a specialist? Yes, refractory specialist. Okay, I have 25 years and I'm not considered special.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
there is a lot of things to know.
yeah. You can never know everything.
Yes.
Never, never.
Yes.
This is for all things. So even for sport, or something, there's always something you want to be more. Yeah.
So, my friend, one more time, thank you so much for your come. Thank you so much for giving your time for we make this conversation. It was amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for your interview.
Thank you,
It was
Joe,
a
to
pleasure.
be here.
It was a pleasure to talk with the number.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity, Joe. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, my friend. Então, pessoal, estamos terminando aqui mais um Steel Podcast. Hoje, vocês viram uma conversa excepcional com o número 1 do mundo em Convertedores. Tivemos o prazer de recebê-lo aqui, Mister Günther. Então, por favor, não se esqueçam, entre no nosso canal, assine o nosso canal, ative as notificações, dê o seu like e compartilhe para o máximo de pessoas possível. Um abraço e até o próximo Steel Podcast.